Come on, get up here.
No, not that.
Really? Anyways, I love you. Just got done taking a test because just kind of kicking it right now. Like, taking my day slow and trying to process everything. And I don't know. I was gonna wait and shoot a video later, but I took this little bright side test. It's like, oh, what are you afraid of? And like, I've had people be like, you're such a people pleaser. You're all about pleasing everybody. You need to stop doing that, and that's the reason you're so miserable. And I'm like, you don't fucking get it. Like, I've tried to not do that, be that, and like, it's just part of my fucking makeup of like who the hell I am. And then on top of that, and being like a scapegoated child from a narcissistic mother and having a golden child sister and then like a sociopath dad. Like, I'm just a broken box of bullshit. Like, I don't even fucking know. like I swear. Like, it's just insane. Son of a bitch. There we go. But another day, another dollar, they say. And even though I'm not making any money right now, another dollar spent. But, fucking hell, my shoulder is killing me. Oh my god. Like, I'm so tired of, like, being in this know with things, like, and I can't, like, it's like I'm sitting here right now and I'm like, God, can you just give me somebody that would give a damn enough to rub my shoulder, to rub my back? And even though there's a massage parlor that's within walking distance of where the fuck I live, it's not, no. They're open all night. That's all I gotta say. But, and then since I'm out of work, I don't really have the money to spare to do that. And it's like, can you just give me somebody that gives a damn about me? Like, seriously? And like, when I was talking to my friend last night, the one that helped me get my license, take me to get my license and everything, let me use her car. Dang on, she was like, yeah, they don't understand, like, people that have had normal lives. She's like, once you, like, something traumatic or, a traumatic event happens, and stuff, like, you don't grow emotionally past that age and everything. And so I guess probably I'm probably in an emotional mindset to a degree of like a fucking 7-year-old, like, kinda and stuff, because I mean that's when it's like my papa died, then my great grandmother, and then my great uncle, and it was just boom boom boom, like one right after the other, and it was like holy shit. And then my damn, like, dog died too. Like, my dad and my grandmother moved across the street, so like 5 fucking things, that's pretty big events, and that's the way it's always been in my life. Oh my god, I'm so sick of it. And that's like even dealing with this damn girl that I ended up falling in love with, and now I'm sitting here and I'm like, wait, did I really love her? And I'm like, yeah, I still feel like I really did love her. And then I'm like, holy fucking shit. And I'm like, God, what the fuck are you doing to me? And then I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I'm like, I'm not supposed to fucking be gay, and I'm supposed to be straight, and I'm supposed to be with dudes, and like, that's the biblical fucking right way, supposedly says the God blessed fucking world. And I'm just like, son of a bitch, and I'm mad, and I'm angry, and I'm tense, and then I quit my fucking job because they're like, oh, manager, be a manager, be a manager, be a manager. And I'm like, no, no, no. And then we get a new GM, and the GM's like, I hate you. I want to fire you. I mean, that's basically kind of the message that, And then it was like, the day that she told me she wanted to fire me, she's like, I'm not a mean person. Really? Are you sure? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I just can't. I just don't. I just can't. I give up. Like, I don't. And, like, that's something that she sent me. Even while I was hanging out with her last night, like, she sent me a message. And it just popped up on my thing, like, this morning or whatever. And it said, it was like a quote or something that somebody wrote. And they shared or whatever. And, they was like, even though my mother raised an emotionally vacant child that suffers from anxiety and depression, she didn't raise a quitter, you know. And I was just like, oh, you know, and like, thank you. And like, I don't think I come across as emotionally vacant, but I think she kind of meant that in reference to herself because, like, she kind of does, you know, and everything. And she suffers from anxiety and depression, but mainly anxiety is like her big thing. And like, mine's depression. And I'm just like, fuck, you know, like, no, I'm not a quitter. Don't remind me because I would like to just quit. I would like to just hang myself and be like, fuck it. Give up. Nothing goes right. Nothing. Like, I'm so tired. And then I'm sitting here and my shoulder is literally like, it's just like fucking rock back here, it feels like. And I'm just like, God? Where? You know? Where's my good person? Where's my, you know, but why the fuck did you let them take my kid from me? But then if my kid was here, like, I'd say, hey, will you rub my shoulder? And she'd, like, twice, you know, and that'd be it. And she'd be, like, zoned out on TV. And I'd be like, I'm dying here, you know. It's like, do you realize that I'm the one that stayed up with you and rubbed your legs all night long, or rubbed your foot all night long, or rubbed your hand? Because there was this, oh my God, she's still, bless my baby's heart, this fucking dickhead kid, or what the fuck ever, hurt her in school. And he pulled her arm back behind her, twisted her wrist, and karate chopped it, like, while he had it pulled back behind her, like, to its full, you know, like, as far as it could go without fucking breaking. And he gets off with, oh, well, he just has anger issues. And that's like this other fucking bully that she's dealt with the 3 goddamn years that we've been here and she's been at this fucking school. Oh, well, that child has mental health problems. Well, fucking hell, man. My kid's got goddamn problems too, but at the same fucking time, she knows to not fucking sit there and take it out on other people physicality-wise because she knows that it's an internal thing that she gotta work on herself because I raised her with enough fucking common sense and damn decency for others. Like, oh my God, make me so fucking mad. But my kid, her fucking arm has bothered her. Like, bothered the fuck out of her for years since this boy did this shit to her. And I've took her to the doctor, I don't know how many goddamn times. And then concluding she might have a cartilage disease, they're like, oh. And they're like, oh, well, he just overstretched the ligaments in her arm. And when she grows and gets older, her bone structure will catch up to the overstretch of her ligaments in her arm. And so she'll be fine. And it's just pain. I mean, to watch your kid crying for years over something that a fucking kid did to him when they was fucking, you know, like, I mean, she was little, too. She was little. Like, she was in fucking 2nd grade, I think, or what the fuck ever. And they're like, oh, we're so sorry. He has emotional, mental, you know, or anger issues, problems. What the, well, bitch, you know, he puts his hands on my damn kid again, I'm gonna fucking kill him. You know, like, that's how mad it makes me. That's my one and only child. And you gonna fuck up her arm for the rest of her goddamn life. And she gotta sit there and fucking cry about it. And I'm not saying that, like, in a hateful way towards her, like, because my baby's tough. My baby's a soldier. My baby will have something happen to her. She, you know, and she's like me. You know, she's an ambivert like me. She's highly sensitive like I am. Where our sensory processing and everything. And so certain days, like, we could probably have a damn car run over our fucking foot and we'd just look down and be like, huh, I think my foot's broke. And then other days, you know, we'd be like, oh my God, you know, take me to the emergency room. Like, you know, it's not that we're bipolar, it's just being an ambivert, the way we process things, our sensory, and our minds telling us to act this way because we was taught to act this way and everything. And then even at that, she has been around my dad. And my dad has done the same tough love shit to her that he used to do to me. Now they got her, and I can only imagine, That's the reason, like, I'm sitting here walking on a fucking busted ankle for 3 goddamn years. It's not because I don't have the common sense to take my ass to the fucking doctor. It's that I wasn't driving, so I'm like, hey, Mom, Dad, take me to the doctor. Oh, not today, not today, not today, not today. I don't feel like it. Can't. Do you even have the money for it? Do you even have the money for it? Do you really think that it's worth it? Do you really think that you're worth getting your ankle looked at? Do you really think you're worth that much money? Do you really... It's just fucked up family dynamics, man. Just fuck. Just fuck. Just fucked. Fuck. Just fucked. Like fucking shit. Fucked. Oh my god. But anyways, like my dang on baby, like I don't know how many nights I had to sit on the floor of the apartment when I was with my husband and just stay there and rub her arm all night long and massage her hand so she could go to sleep. It about fucking broke me. Do you know how many times I sat on the floor and I just cried while I was doing that? Like, that's the reason I don't want to have any kids anymore. You can't even fucking protect them. You can't even fucking protect them. You can try to. But everything comes up against you. And that's just like them protecting those fucking kids. Oh, well, this kid has an anger issue, so we're gonna let them get away with being little shit fucks. Really? Oh, well, this one has like a mental anger issue, so we're gonna let them get away with bullying your daughter for 3.5 fucking years. Really? This is why I'm ready for the end of the world. This is the reason that part of me is like, hey, if I am a lesbian, I'm just bringing on the end of the world even fucking closer. So let's go for it, I just had a perverted thought. Sorry, I wanted to say it, but I didn't. So I'm proud of myself. Because I really do like this girl, but it's whatever. Like I'm over fighting about it, for it, or anything, and I'm just like, eh. I'm just tired of hurting. But I took that test thing on bright sides, and it's like, yes, you are more worried about your reputation than anything, and you like the reputation that you've built. Nah, shit, Sherlock, because I put in the fucking work. I put in the fucking work to look like a good daughter and to be a good daughter, and I still didn't ever get the reputation of being a good daughter. Instead, I've got the reputation of being a shitty daughter, except for when they want to say that I'm a good daughter, because they're fucking insane. And I put in the work to be the good mother. And my husband, he even, oh, you're the best mother I've ever met. I've never met anybody like you. The best mother, and I'm like, I know, because I'm trying really hard to be the best mother. Not because, I'm like, look at me, give me a compliment. But to a degree, I am, because I got ridiculed and put down and talked shit to my whole fucking life. So I would like somebody to tell me that I'm doing a good job. And then y'all... Man, everybody I've met, they're like, oh, you did a good job. And I'm like, thank you. And then they turn around and they're like, but you could have done it better. But you could have, I've never been able to do anything correct. How do you live and have a good life and have a good emotional stability and mental stability when you've been told that you're more a piece of shit than you've been told that you're a good person? It's really fucked up. It's really fucking hard. And it's like I'm proud of the self-discipline that I have and everything. But the self-discipline that I have has been one of my downfalls. That's just like, yeah, I finally got my license yesterday. 30 fucking years old. Do you know how many people I've heard say, why don't you just get in the car and go? Because I don't have a license. Because my learner's expired. Because I only have a learner's. Because this, because that. Because I don't want to go against the laws. Well, it's not right for your parents to not take you, and not take you regularly to try for your driving test. It's not right for nobody to not care about you, and not care, if you ever get your license and shit. And it's like, I know, but what am I supposed to do? Flag down a cop when I see him outside in the middle of summertime because he's doing a patrol and be like, hey, officer, my parents are emotionally neglecting me and they won't take me to get my license. Seriously? Like, have you looked at the way the world works? Like, I would have got laughed at. I would have got told I was full of shit. And then the officer would have went and talked to my parents, and they would have been like, oh, we try to take her. We try to take her. Like they've always been, we try to take her. We try to take her. But on the days we try to take her, no, on the days my dad tried to take me, because my dad's sadistic, okay? Like, he's just fucked up in the head. I could go months and be fine, right? Dad, can you take me? Dad, can you take me? Dad, can you take me? Not today, not today, not today. No, I don't feel like it. I'm too tired. I got this to do. No, 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 no. And then I'd get sick with a stomach virus. And I'm sitting there and I've been puking for 3 days. Can't keep my head off the fucking toilet, like out of the fucking toilet, whatever. Sitting there, snot running down my face and everything. And then this bastard would come and knock on the door and be like, hey, want to go try for your license? Are you fucking kidding me? Do I look like I want to try for my license? No, I don't want to try for my license. I'm running a fever of, 99.8, or whatever, I'm almost at 100 and I'm not feeling good, and I just threw up everything that I just ate, and I can't keep anything down, and my nose won't stop running. Yeah, let me go try for my license. No, I'm not going. And then he'd bitch at me, and he'd be like, well, if you don't do it today, there's going to be days that you're sick, Heather, and you're going to be driving. You're going to have to drive and go to work, or drive and go and do this. So you might as well get used to it and go ahead and do it now. Even if it is the first day that I'm offering to take you for your license, It's just like, can you just fucking be nice to me for once, man? Can you just be nice to me? For once, Dad? Fuck. And I don't mean random nice, like when I've just went and bought groceries, and I know what me and my kid like, and our house is full of groceries that we like, and then you show up the very next day, and you're the one that took us grocery shopping, and you show up the very next day with $40 of groceries that I don't have room for because my fridge is stocked the fuck full, because we have to do shopping once a month because you don't want to take us to the grocery store every week or every other week. So I have to shop once a month. I end up spending my food stamps all in one trip when I used to have food stamps when my kid was home. And you come over with like $40 fucking of groceries. And you're like, here, I got this for you. And I'm like, why? And you're like, 'cause I figured you and Ava'd like this, and y'all like this, and y'all like this, and y'all like this, and that, and this is new, and you ain't ever tried, and this and that. You know where that stuff wound up, Dad? 90% of it wound up in the fucking trash. Because it was shit that we didn't want, it was shit that we didn't like, and I would even try to be respectful of the fact that you bought it, you spent money on it, and put it in the fridge, and make room for it, and struggle for like 30 minutes or an hour trying to figure out how the fuck am I going to fit all this shit in my refrigerator. okay, if I rearrange this, if I move that, if I put that there, then maybe this can sit on top of it. And then, oh God, but I got to tell Ava to be careful when she pulls that out. Because if she yanks that out, everything's going to fall on the fucking floor, and then we're going to have a huge ass mess. So no, okay? So, I mean, I would put the shit in there. But guess what? It wouldn't get eat. Why? Because nobody liked it here. Me and Ava didn't like it here. We're not you. We're not you. Okay? We don't like the same shit as you. And I'm like, $40, man. I could have used $40 for other things. Or how about for gas money to take the dogs down to Mamaw's and let them run in the fucking yard down there around the lake? Because they don't have a yard up here. And then the one damn day that I did try to do that, and I gave Mom fucking gas money to take me down there, to take the dogs down there. I said, hey, early in the morning, since I'm out of work, and I got some money, I said, come pick me up in the truck. I'm going to put the dogs in the bed of the truck. We're going to go down to Mama's. You going to drop me off? You going to leave me? And come pick me up later on in the afternoon. I gave her $20 fucking in gas money. My mom. Okay? Now, you can't sit there and bullshit me, Mom, and all of y'all, and be like, oh, it costs $20 in gas money just to go down there. That's not gonna get. I've drove the fucking Chevy before, okay? I drove it a lot when me and my husband was together there at the last. Because I was like, no, you ain't fucking driving, I'm fucking driving. And he's like, aren't you scared, and like, I got confident, and that's what little bit of confidence he gave to me, and he's a truck driver, and he teaches, he takes in students and teaches them how to drive, and he'd tell me things like, well, you're a more cautious driver than half of my students are, like trying to help me build up my confidence. And so I'm grateful for that little bit that he did do, even though he kind of threw it all down the fucking drain when he shit-talked me and got me to the point that I fucking put a damn gun to my head. Fucking bastard. But I'm sensitive, man. Like, I'm just a sensitive person. Like, you can't sit there and tell me that I'm great and then turn around and tell me that I'm a piece of shit. Like, I can't handle that. But everybody does it to me any fucking ways, so I do handle it. But it's like I can't. Fuck. But anyways, I've drove that fucking Chevy, Mom, okay? And I put $10, okay? We were almost on empty. I put $10 in that son of a bitch, okay? When we were living in the fucking apartments. I drove up here, out of town, to fucking drop Ava off with y'all. Then I drove to town. Then I drove to the other city where my grandmother lives. Then I drove all the way back to y'all's house to drop something off for Ava. I forget what it was. I think we bought food and we dropped her some off or something. Or she wanted something and left it in the truck or whatever. I drove all the way back down there to y'all. Went back to town. And then y'all gave us something too. Y'all was like, here, take this to Mama if you go back down there today. And we went back down there again. And then we went back to y'all's fucking house. And then we went back home. Okay? So we went like 3 fucking goddamn ways, if you will. Running town. And we went to 3 different places looking for applications. Because they didn't have them online, so you had to do paper applications for my husband at the time to supposedly get a local truck driving job. And we stopped at 2 fucking stores. And we did that all on $10 gas. Now, granted, I was watching my speed. I was making sure I wasn't putting the pedal to the metal. Like I wasn't burning gas, like crazy and everything. But $10. I did that shit on $10. And you want to sit there and try to bullshit me and be like, oh, it costs more than $20 in gas money to get from my house to your grandmother's. No, it don't. Okay? No, it fucking don't. So I gave you $20 fucking dollars. And you manipulated the situation like the little asshole that you are, Mom. And instead of just dropping me off down there, you's like, hey, since we're out here and by this way and by this Dollar General, let's stop out here. And I think I was also like, let's stop out here. And I think I was trying to kill two birds with one stone. I think I got them the rabies shot that day. And I was like, let's get the rabies shot out here at Tractor Supply. And he's like, well, there's a Dollar General. And so we ended up hanging out there for like a fucking hour. And I had to buy like 2 gallons of water to the damn dogs because it was getting hot because it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. And so the sun was out. And then we get to my grandmother's house. And what the fuck happened, Mom? You sat on the couch and you took up my time I was trying to spend with my grandmother, my last living grandparent. And you talked to her for like a fucking hour. And then I'm like, okay, aren't you going to leave so I can talk to her, so I can have alone time with her? That was the whole gist of me coming up here, was you're going to leave, and it's just me and my grandmother here like it used to be, other than Ava's at school, so she's not here. I've lived with my grandmother. The dogs have lived with my grandmother. The dogs know the yard. If you fucking leave, I can let the dogs out, and the dogs are gonna run the yard and have a fucking amazing ass time, since they don't have a fucking yard down here where I live. And that's gonna be awesome. But I'm not gonna do that with you here, because they're gonna notice there's another vehicle still here, the truck, and they're gonna notice there's another person here, and they're gonna get all excited, and they're gonna get showy. And they're gonna be like trying to show you the shit that they think that they can get away with. For as far as running places that they shouldn't be running, because they're going to be cocky little shitheads, and then I'm going to be chasing dogs the whole fucking time. And that's not what I came down here for. Instead, I came down here to let them out in the yard, toss the ball a few times, and then go in, set them on the porch, and sit with my grandmother, and kick it and chill and talk with my grandmother. But no, you sat there and you talked to her for a fucking hour. So I'm like, hey, aren't you going to leave? And you're like, I will in a little bit. I will in a little bit. Keep on. Hey, ain't you gonna leave? I will in a little bit. I will in a little bit. Like 2 hours is fucking passed, and I'm like, okay, you gonna leave anytime? Because it's done 12 o'clock. The bus lets loose at like 2:30 or some shit like that, or whatever. And I gotta be home to get Ava off the bus unless you're gonna get her off the bus for me. So you're only giving me 2 hours. So you're only giving yourself 2 hours to go home and turn around and come back and pick me up. And I'm like, so you need to leave now. That way we have a decent amount of time together, instead of 30 minutes or an hour. If you would have left at like 10:30 when we got there, or at 11, then I would have had that time to spend with my grandmother, my dogs, doing whatever, chilling, kicking it, and I paid you $20 fucking. Or I put $20 in the fucking truck. I put $20 of gas in the fucking truck. And you turned to me and you said, okay, well, let's go. And I said, what? And you said, let's go. And I said, go where? And you said, well, let's go. Let's take you back home so that way you can be there for the bus. I said, the bus ain't going to be there for another 2.5 hours. I said, it's only 12 o'clock. I said, I ain't going. And you said, well, I'm not coming back down here just to pick you up. But that's what the arrangement was. That's what I asked you to do. That's what I fucking called your bitch ass for and said, hey, Mom, since I'm out of work, so I can enjoy a day like a normal person, even though I don't have a vehicle, I don't have a license, I don't have a fucking life, I don't have a fucking friend, I don't have a fucking person that I'm with, I don't have fucking shit, and I'm out of work. And the dogs don't have a fucking yard. I will give you $20 if you will take and drop me off at my grandmother's and let me spend quality time with her and let the dogs run in the yard that they used to know is their home. If you'll take me down there and drop me off and let me stay, and then you'll come pick me back up and run me back home. And you said okay to it before you ever came and picked me up that day. And then you fucking did that shady shit to me. And that's the way you've always been. And that's the way Dad has always been. And that's the way y'all have always fucking been. And y'all even taking my goddamn kid proves that y'all are fucking shitheads like that. Swear to God, like somebody just needs to tape y'all's ass to the fucking wall and backhand y'all 80 fucking times. Maybe ring some fucking bells in that goddamn head of yours. Swear to fucking God, man. Man, I've been through shit. But like I said in one video, it's about goddamn time that some good karma comes my fucking way. And I hate that I'm having to sit here and cuss like a sailor and everything, but I'm so fucking legitimately, just fucking enraged. I'm fucking mad. And me getting my license, I was like, holy shit. Did I actually speak some good karma over my life? Did I actually do something right? Am I actually good enough? Like I've always thought I was, but I've never believed it, I guess. Like, man, people don't even fucking know me. I swear to God they don't. And then my friend, she said that a co-worker of ours, this older woman or whatever, said that she'd met my mother once and that she thought my mother, was kind of stuck up and thought she was better than people. And I'm like, yeah, that's the way she is. She's a narcissist. That's just like the fucking day that I sat there at goddamn visitation and I said to her, because she don't like me. My mom does not like me, okay? Because I speak my fucking truth. And I'd had it with her bullshit rules of you can't talk to her about what her life's like over here. My kid. I'm not supposed to ask her how her life is over at my fucking parents' house. And the courtroom let my mother set these stupid ass rules. I can't ask my child how her life is over there. I can't ask her anything dealing with court. I can't ask her anything about, if she's having good days, bad days over there living with them. And I can't mention anything about her animals. So if her animal is to fucking die, I'm not supposed to say shit about it. And those are the fucking bullshitness ass fucking rules that I've ever fucking heard in my whole goddamn life. And for a judge to agree, for an attorney to be like, yes, this is what the master wants. Master Jeanette. Yeah, I said your fucking name, bitch. Master Jeanette, narcissistic bitch number 1, says that it has to be this way. And for the attorney, her attorney, to be like, yes, ma'am, I'll do anything. You just give me money. And I'll do that for you, And then the fucking judge to sit there and be like, yeah, that's fine. I'll agree with her because she's the one holding the reins, which the reins of the control of the system is that she went and filed for temporary custody of the kid and they gave it to her. So she's in control, right? Why the fuck I'm not trying to be a smart ass, but I've been through fucking hell with this woman. This woman that's my mother, that's supposed to love me. The woman that fucking named me, man, okay? Because my dad walked the fuck out. So don't sit there and tell me that I don't love my mother when I do love my mother, but my mother fucking hates me, okay? Because she's a narcissistic bitch, and I call her out on the shit, and she don't fucking like me for it. And she's tried to make my life miserable fucking hell because of it. So why the fuck were we even sitting in front of a judge? If what she says is going to be fucking law, if what she says is going to be, yes, we agree with you, yes, Jeanette, no, you're perfect, we agree with you, then why the fuck was a judge even there? Why don't you just name her judge and jury, and why don't you just go ahead and name her fucking God? Son of a bitch, man. I'm a good mother. And you can even ask my kid if I'm a good mother, okay? You can sit down. You can ride my kid's ass. Now, I'm not saying go up to her right now and be like, is your mom a good mom? Because she'll probably, first thing, be like, no. because she wouldn't give me my way, and she took my phone from me, and she threw up that I was the one going to church, and so I should know about respecting my parents, and you know, she'll give you all the bad shit. But if you sit down and you ask her a beret of questions, if you interrogate my child, you'll find out what type of mother I am. And then by the end of it, my child will be sitting there being like, but she does love me. But she does tell me she loves me. But she is there for me. But every time I did fall, she did pick me up. Every time I have hurt myself, she has asked me if I'm okay. Every time I am hungry, she has fed me. Every time I've wanted something, she's tried to get the money to get it for me. That's another thing, too. I mentioned that my daughter needs to be going to counseling. If I'm going to counseling, you're going to try to sit there and nitpick me apart? You need to take my kid to fucking counseling. And in that, you would interrogate her. In that, you would find out where the problem lies. And then, in all honesty, my child is meant to do everything that she is doing. I believe in God so much. Everything is supposed to happen for a reason, even though fucked up shit happens. And everything like that. And her name, and they're the ones that bought it. My parents are the ones that bought it. But like the little name plaques, the day that I had her, and nobody knew her name except for my best friend, me, and her dad. And her dad didn't even give a shit. But I wouldn't tell nobody her name. They went and bought the name plaques. One of them is Peaceful Ruler. Let's see. I'm going to go over here and fucking read it. Let's see. Ava, bringer of good news. I would read the rest of it, what all it says, but that's the gist of it. And then Aaron, peaceful ruler. That is my daughter's name, Ava Aaron. And she is just that. She is a bringer of good news, and she is a peaceful ruler. And she's a stern little asshole, too. Wonder where she got that from. But I love my kid. Lord, do I. So it's alright. It's alright. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever unfolds, unfolds. But it's like they're stirring up shit with the wrong, not person, the wrong kid. My kid is going to bring my parents to their knees. My kid is going to be the one that humbles them. Because I couldn't do it. Because I can't do it. Because it's not my place to do it. I done did my part with my parents. I done stirred them the fuck up. And that's just like I was talking about at visitation one day. I just let shit fly. I just said to hell with it. And I was like, Mom, I think this is bullshit that you won't let me ask her how her life is over there. You won't let me talk to her about her pets. You won't let me do this, and you won't let me do that. And I said, and I'm going to tell you this much too. I said, if Granny and Papa was alive, your mama and your daddy, I said, they would be so ashamed of you. I said, they've probably rolled over in their graves. You know, I said, they would be so ashamed of you doing this to me. Because they would stand there and they'd be like, you know this is wrong. Why are you doing this? Stop being selfish, Jeanette. Stop being selfish. And this is what my mother did, because my mother is somebody that has never addressed her emotions. She took her jacket, she zipped it up, she pulled her hoodie over her head and pulled the drawstring shut. And all you could see was like her nose and her mouth. And my daughter and my nieces, I think my nieces was there that day, they seen her do this. And she sat there like that for like 10 minutes and then was like, okay, we're going to go. And they got up and left. She has done that, I think, 2 other times just with me in my lifetime. I've never seen her do that with anybody else, but she does it with me. And then whenever she pulled off her hood so she could go to walk, guess what? She was crying. Because she knows I'm right. But my mama's the one that named me. My dad didn't have no part of it. And yeah, you named me after Misty. And yeah, Misty was a paranoid schizophrenic. And Misty was bipolar. And Misty had all this other stuff wrong with her. But another thing, too. What causes that shit to happen to somebody is not just you're fucking born into it, okay? It's you're fucking born into it. It's you're fucking not guided out of it. You have no help. You have no one caring enough. And not only that, drug usage, okay? Misty used a lot of fucking drugs, okay? And so did her dad. And we all fucking know this, okay? So don't sit there and bullshit me and be mad and be like, oh, you're like Misty, when you know I'm not. And yet, if my personality might seem a little bit like her, that's just like, if you're blonde-headed and my kid's blonde-headed, guess what? You have something similar about you, right? And so not only is it just the obvious surface shit of, oh, you both have blonde hair, it's that your body produced blonde hair. Well, why did your body produce blonde hair? Because your parents' hair color was this and that, and the way that your genes mixed up, and it can go more into fucking detail. Well, so can anything and everything, and that's the reason that I'm always been into zodiac signs, and that's the reason that I'm kinda into tarot readings, and that's the reason I'm into that shit. And guess what? You named me after her. You gave me the same middle name as her. And why did you give me the same middle name as her, Mom, if you thought she was such a piece of shit? Unless you want a strong warrior of like a child, this is just a heads up to anybody out there. Do not name them Lynn, okay? Because everybody that I know, that's my middle name. That was my cousin's middle name. Then that was her dad's girlfriend, some shit and another, what the fuck ever, died in a fucking fire and had a shitty life and drugs. And then my cousin, shitty life, drugs, mental illness out the ass, treated like shit, stepped on by everybody, all kinds of shit and everything like that. And then there's a bunch of people that I went to school with, and even though they spelled theirs different than the way I spell mine, Lynn is just not... Lynn is not a good name. It really isn't. I mean, if it is, it's like you're calling that person to be some type of warrior in some type of way. Whether emotionally, mentally, or what the fuck ever, like you're placing that upon them. So just don't. I would recommend just don't, because it's hell. And then that's the funny thing too, is like I've got confused for being Jennifer my whole fucking life, right? I've been told that I look like Jennifer, a Jennifer, instead of a Heather, my whole fucking life. Like, there was this girl I went to school with named Jennifer, and her middle name was Lynn also, but spelled different, and her last name actually started with a H, which is coincidental, and my name's Heather, But anyways, I got told, you look more like a Jennifer, and I got called Jennifer several times. And then my counselor that I went to, her name was Jennifer. And then the person that left, that they thought it was her, was another counselor there that's name was Jennifer, but their last names were different. And then my friend that helped me out, and the one that let me use her car the other day, her name's Jennifer. So there's coincidences right there that my mind picks up on. And it's just facts. It is what it is. It actually did happen. Her name is actually Jennifer. I'm not sitting here some paranoid, oh my God, run away from Jennifers, bad people. No, I'm just like, hey, that's weird. Your name's Jennifer. I got mistaken for Jennifer, a lot throughout school. God, so many times. And then I've been mistaken for Brittany's. I've been told that I need to be called Brittany, and then like the damn... And then I was like, well, my sister's name's Brandy. You know, I was like, maybe that's how you got Brittany from me. I was like, but Brittany seemed more prissy than me, and I'm not a Brittany. I was like, no. And then I've even had people call me Tabitha, which was the other name that my mother thought about naming me. But instead, she stuck with Heather. And I actually have a cousin through marriage or something that her name's Tabitha. And so my mom's like, well, I'm glad I didn't name you Tabitha, because then we would have had 2 Tabithas in the family. And I'm literally probably the only Heather in the fucking family for I don't even fucking know how long. I don't even know if there's even been any other Heathers in my family or whatever. And then fucking Brittany, that's the name of the girl that my kid, he moved on and had a kid, and he named it the name that I'd given for the child that I miscarried with him. And then there's just a bunch of other Britneys that have popped up in my life. And then that's just like, literally, moved into the apartment with my husband. My kid's best friend's mom's name was Angel. Then moved back with my grandmother. Then my kid's best friend's mom's name was Angel there. Then moved up here, and even though I knew this Angel beforehand, just from knowing her and everything, like I remember her from school occasionally and stuff like that, our kids become friends, and her name's Angel. And then, my first job, I worked with the girl, and this girl is, what is it? Dated my baby daddy's ex-best friend, some shit or something. And, like, she hung out with me, she talked to me quite a bit, and, like, we're kind of cool with each other and everything. And, our kids were, her son was on the football team, my daughter's on the cheerleading team, stuff like that and everything. And her name's Angel. And then she knew the Brittany that my kid had been with, because Brittany, like, and him got into a fight one night or some shit, and Angel went and, like, said Brittany was calling her to come pick her up, and she said she looked at her phone and was like, hey, I ain't coming and getting you, you know, or something. Told me some story. But I mean, I noticed coincidences like that. And so I've literally had, let's see, there was that one, then this one, then this one, and then that one. Yeah, I've had 5 angels. 5 angels. People named Angel pop up in my life in the past, let's see, 7 years? Yeah. In the past 7 years, I've had 5 people named Angel pop up in my life. My mind just notices it. And granted, not all of them's real name is Angel. Some of them are Angie or something like that, but they go by Angel or whatever. But still, like, that's what they wanted to be called, Angel. So I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. Just coincidences, and I notice them. And it's not that I'm paranoid, it's just that I notice them. And then that's like it says about my zodiac sign. It says that a Leo notices every nuisance, every glance, and we do. I do. Every time you make a little twinge in your face, I notice it, and I take it into account. I take into account what you've just said or what you've just heard from somebody else or me, and I take into account what it could mean and everything else like that. Like, that's just who I am and stuff. But I'm just tired of things, and I'm tired of hurting. Really tired of hurting. City of Angels. I might watch that in a minute. Why not? I'll make my own coincidences. But I don't know. And I'm just trying to live life like everybody else. And like I've said before, I want a home. I want to raise my kid. And I want somebody that I spend my life with. Like, I'm a very simplistic type person. Like I said, I'm an old country cracker or what the fuck ever. Like, I ain't into all this shit and everything. That's one question that was on that test that I took to see what the fuck I'm supposed to be scared of. Like, oh, you scared of your reputation being, thrown out the window? And I was like, great, so that does mean I'm a fucking people pleaser. Because I try to be like, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just me. And how people cannot understand that that's just a quality of me being me is like, yeah, I do try to please people, but it's not for a gain. Even though, yeah, it keeps my reputation good, hey, she's going to help, she's going to be there, she's dependable, she's reliable, or whatever. But I don't do it just for, like, it's just a characteristic, like, a trait, like, it's like my fucking hair being brown. It's just something who I am and everything. And then I try to not be it because a lot of people see it and they take advantage of it and they treat me like shit because of it. I fucking hate myself because of it. So, yay, thanks for making me fucking hate myself, bitches. Like, make me mad as fuck. My arm feels tense. It literally feels like there's damn blood clot up under it. Like, that's how it just feels. I don't know how else to describe it. It's annoying the fuck out of me. And this happens regularly, so it ain't nothing new. Probably just tense pulled muscle. I'm so tired of carrying so much tension. How does that one line go? Some another, and I feel my back is breaking. Should I just give up or try to live up to these expectations? Look, I love my daughter more than life in itself, but I got a mom who's determined to make my life a living hell, handling it well, given the circumstances I'm dealt, or however the fuck it goes. But anyways, where would I be without the music of Marshall Mathers? Lord. Not be a good place. I know that much. Just remembering things. Like Misty, like I got in the car with her one time and she put in the Coyote Ugly CD soundtrack and I was singing along. I don't know what song I was singing along to, and she's like, you know this? And I was like, yeah, and like me and her had a great time that one day. Like just thinking about music and old times. I think it was the main song. What is it? Baby, You're the Right Kind of Wrong? Lord, I have so many. That's how I have to do myself. I have to pull in and value good pastime thoughts like every fucking day, because if I don't, like, I'm fucking miserable. And then when they're tainted by like death, the person's dead or gone, or when they're tainted by the person, said something hateful or mean or degrading, and trying to hold on to the good. But I'm going to end this video, so yeah, I don't even know what I'm going to label it, so if you like my videos, comment, share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.